Shamps and giggles, history, news, views, and reviews from a black perspective.
Joe's ready.
Well, the recording's working. Welcome, one and all. Amazing evening, Shamps and Giggles, full of edutainment. I can't see the screen, but I see Claire T is in the building. Supreme Spin Doctor, Yoland is there, T Naturals is there. Leisha, Pinky, Shugs, Color Quick, big up, all crew. We're there for another, just amazing. Now, what fill me in, Keith, what are you trying to tell me?
Yes, so evening all. We're just talking about the news of recent and today. So the first topic I just brought up was the news of Gino DiCaprio.
Leonardo or Gino?
Gino DiCaprio, yeah, the famous or the celebrity chef. The issue with him is that it's just come about that he's a bully, and he is also they class it as a sexual allegations of a sexual nature. And the thing is that it was one person that they said that they interviewed first. This is ITV. And then all of a sudden, 40 other members of the production team or wherever then came forward and said he also did the same to them. So it seems to be like a ongoing thing with stars and famous actors or whoever they are.
Conduct allegations.
Yeah. So first it was one person, now it's 40 people coming forward to say, yes, he did. He is. And he has done. So they've removed quite a few of his shows. Inappropriate behaviour. Yeah. So it's just a shock.
Shall we have a look real quick? I mean, he's gay though, isn't he?
No, he's married. Married with kids.
He went on a trip with one of his buddies. They seem to be quite friendly. But let's hear what they have to say.
ITV has shelved plans for a future series of Family Fortunes as Gino DiCaprio faces allegations of serious misconduct. The Italian chef is under fire after multiple women came forward accusing him of sexually inappropriate and intimidating behaviour. Dozens of allegations have been made against the TV chef spanning over 14 years, and ITV News has seen evidence at least one production company was aware of concerns made by crew. DiCaprio says he firmly denies all the allegations made against him. However, following the special investigation into the former This Morning star, Family Fortunes has been axed. ITV News reports episodes that were filmed in 2023 will not be broadcast. The channel had planned to screen them this spring, but now has no plans to work with Gino again. A statement to ITV News from DiCaprio's legal team said the allegations from almost 15 years ago has never until now via a media request for comment been raised or put to Mr. DiCaprio. He does not recall it, nor accept this has happened. Mr. DiCaprio is horrified to be accused of power play and aggressive act. He emphatically and unequivocally denies these allegations. ITV has shelved plans for...
Wow. Well, he's toast. Let's put my camera. He is toast. He's toast. He's done. That's his career ended. Family Fortunes. What did he do the dance for chef?
Yeah, he goes on with Gordon Ramsay and Fred. They do a little tour. Yeah, and he's on Morning Britain or TVM or whatever it's called. Yeah.
You can count the number of shows, can't you?
Yeah.
Monies that guy was making. I wonder what he did not want to do. I wonder if they wanted him to do something, he wasn't going to do it, or... I mean, Noel Clark is fighting for his life now, allegations.
Yeah, so...
Being axed.
Yeah. So they've shelved, So it's another one, and I just saying that all these years down the line, it's now coming out, and I.
Yeah, what exactly did he do? It's just, what exactly are they saying he did? Because he's denying it. So
they're not saying what he did. They're just saying it was some misbehavior, So
they're going to muddy the waters. I mean, it's already done. It's already done.
Yeah.
Guilty by was it public outcry?
Yeah, well, this is
Not by
it.
judge and jury.
40 women has come forward, a bully, and so we'll have to wait and see what happens, but inappropriate behavior, how wide scope is that? So
Very.
yeah. And then and that moves me on to another little part of the allegations and things like that is with P. Diddy. This is another new allegation with P. Diddy in the news. New
Well, what happened to
allegation.
him?
It says they're saying new allegation. Diddy, they call him Diddy, sexually assaulted minor in a nightclub. And
Diddy in a nightclub. I mean, wasn't there other similar things we've mentioned? I mean,
yeah,
it's so messy with Diddy that
it is very messy and quite a number of allegations pointed to at him and what he's attributed to allegedly. But this particular case, this is the first one I know of. This is not a woman, it's a man.
whoa.
This is a man that's alleged and filed this new allegation. And he was only 17 at the time in a New York pub.
Wow.
That he said that Diddy dragged him,
Wow.
and also drugging him and then raping him,
Wow.
and
Wow.
he was only
Wow.
17.
Wow. Well. Add to the multitude of
Adding. But in 2012, they're saying that this happened. So I was saying that this is like 13 years ago, and it's now come to light.
what 13 years, is that too long, you mean?
Well, yeah, it's 13 years, but I got informed and corrected by a lot of our members already that this is to do with England. It may be all over the world. Historical rape and charges can be brought forward to people.
Alicia's got a hand up many years forward. There were a few cases. I can't think of one off the top of my head. I remember there was a historical case, 30 years, wasn't it? Alicia, your hands up, part of the things. I think 30 years. By the way, for our listeners, history, news, views, and reviews is what we do from a Black perspective. We're talking the things right now. 30 years there was one. 30 years, I can't remember who the person was. Alicia does have a hand up. I don't know what it's doing. It's waiting to
the person was you got to remember the man who reported it was a minor at the time. Yeah.
Oh, so he wasn't taken seriously.
No. A minor being a child.
17.
Yeah, 17 years old. They were minor.
Oh, America, 17.
Well,
yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, even in the UK, a 17-year-old is
18 years. So he's now 35.
Well, one moment. He was sexually assaulted, raped by another man.
At the age of 17.
Yes. So what?
And now he's 35.
Yeah. So do you think he was traumatized or not?
I'm not qualified for sure. I'm not qualified.
Okay.
But he's now come forward. What does he want?
No, but what we're trying to say is that we cannot be judgmental if somebody comes forward later on after being molested or sexually assaulted as a minor. We cannot be judgmental.
And it was Justin Bieber.
No, I never said Justin Bieber.
Oh,
I said we cannot be judgmental.
Right. I wonder who the new allegations, and that's on the BBC, is it?
Yeah, the news. Yeah.
Is the new person identified?
No, they won't identify the person yet because it's been alleged and it's gone to court, and they've submitted their whatever the case may be. So they're telling everybody a new allegation on top of what he's in prison for at the moment is. And a new one has come in. It's now a young male at 17 years old.
well, it's not just one person, it's 3 people accusing him, is it? This is the most recent I can find, a BBC article. 3 men accused Diddy of rape and sexual assault in new lawsuit. 3. I mean, he's got a trailer load of people. Pinky, your hand is up. He's got a trailer load of people alleging he did something. I mean, if you just Google it, the list is long.
I ain't speaking from Diddy because I really don't know, but I'm just speaking from this perspective of, you know, if a minor is sexually assaulted, interfered with, right, at the age of a minor, it doesn't matter how long it takes them to come through. That's why we call it historical rape, so that they are protected until that time that they decide that they can face that and come forward, because it happens in adolescence, childhood. You know, it's a trauma, and it's something,
and it was recorded.
It's something that completely destroys their life, particularly if it's been tucked away and never ever dealt with.
Yeah,
it does have its way of showing itself uglily in your relationships. Yeah.
Well,
so,
he's got that over his head because he recorded it.
Well, there you go. If they recorded it, yeah, he's doomed. And you know, he's just actually been rushed to hospital. So these last 3 ones must have really made him ill.
Who's been? Whoa, Diddy's in hospital now.
Oh yeah.
For what?
No. You better find out. He's rusty. His health is deteriorating.
But it's always that's part of their plea in the court, isn't it? Oh, I'm in poor health now.
Have
mercy on me. I can't do prison time. Go to a soft prison. I mean, what's that? Epstein? Well, not Epstein. The guy who lived, the one who did the movie mogul, who got all them people them jobs, and he was going to court on a Zimmer.
Yeah.
Harry Weinstein, isn't it?
Weinstein. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to court on a. Well, now you're in a Zimmer frame.
Because you see, that's it. That it is true, because that's the deterioration. Yeah.
So quick. Now that you're under, now you're under the spotlight. You deteriorate. All the time before, you were good. But now, but nonetheless, what else do we have in terms of congratulations? Who's the birthday shout outs on a lighter note?
Yeah, we got some birthday shout out. Mandy, part of our crew, celebrated her birthday the other day. Right. Yeah.
Get I mentioned. Why go
Yeah. So
happy birthday, Mandy. Happy birthday, Grenada, while you're on Mandy.
Today is Grenada Independence, so I hear.
It is, yeah.
Big dance are going up in Wembley.
Happy Independence to all the Grenadians out there.
Yeah.
So
51 years of liberation.
Those 51 years.
Yes, of liberation.
Right, you know, we should include those dates in.
And we've got to, we do, because you've got to remember, you know, why did they want to invade Grenada? Remember the Americans invaded Grenada, little Grenada, you know.
At one point, like, why?
Yeah.
What have we done to you? You know.
Yeah, that you come down there with your big army to invade us.
Yeah, what's that about? And they'll stand up, the ships will stand up. I mean, they were there.
Bishop Morris was the man in question, I believe. Bishop Morris, the man named Morris Bishop.
Yeah. So in the Independence, also the birthday shout out went out to Chris Rock. He celebrated his 60th birthday as well.
Chris Rock is in the building.
Yeah, Chris Rock. So
there you go. 60.
And then the one and only legend. Don't forget him.
And but that's so he's 60, Chris Rock. And then there was some other footballers and so on. So we'll come to the footballers in our new segment very shortly. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. So and then you've got the late great Robert Nesta Marley. He would have been 80 today. So a lot of people were celebrating his birthday. Yesterday.
How sad is that, huh?
Yeah, not forgetting Jimmy Cliff as well.
Yeah.
Jimmy Cliff as well.
Yeah, I didn't realize his birthday or
Big Brown as well.
Yeah, I didn't realize his date was the same. But yeah, so and then you find that a lot of countries have been doing celebrations for Bob Marley recently. UK did one, but they did it on the radio, playing some of his tracks,
Right, of course.
and recognizing his birthday and what his contribution to reggae.
80.
That's right, Shugs. 80, yeah.
80, yeah, he would have been
Yeah.
80, yeah. Yeah. So yes, and then you had the likes of back in the day in the history side, but this is not Black history, it's just history. Charles Dickens was also born to today
That
as
is a
well.
part of Black history, you'll be surprised. I think
Yeah,
Dickens,
but true.
there's a bit of a story about that guy and his inflection or interaction with Black people. You wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
Him and
So yeah.
Black were
And then yeah, so Robert Nesta Marley and so on. So yeah, there was good celebrations going around. So that was good. The other one that I wanted to mention, I think I've done it. Oh, the legend, but I don't know if you guys would have known her. Well, you should have known her, but her birthday was last week or last week, which I should have mentioned, but I totally forgot. Angela Davis, or maybe I did. I'm hoping I did. She would have been 81. She's a legendary activist,
No,
market
you didn't.
and social scholar
That's my girl.
and author. You guys would
And
recognize
also was
with
very part of the Black Panther movement,
yeah,
and
Black
also
Panther
did
movement.
so much for the prison.
Yes, we need to we need to make sure we put hands, or so you can explain, not over talk. So so yeah, so I'm going to pause and let Pinky mention about Angela Davis.
No, carry on.
Oh, go on.
No, I was just going to say, I'm just saying, no, love Angela Davis. Just love her to the max. That's my woman.
2014, there she is.
She was
Angela
also
Yvonne
part of
Davis.
part of the Black Panther movement. That's where I really first learned about her from.
Looks a bit like
American Marxist, feminist, political activist, philosopher, an academic, an author, a distinguished professor of emerita and what is that? Emerita of feminist studies and history of consciousness. Well, there's a history.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. A member of the Communist Party in America, founding member of the Committees of Correspondence for Democracy and Socialism. I mean, good Lord, there's a lot. She was born in Birmingham, Alabama. So, well, that was a controversial area. Wasn't that where Martin Luther King, you know, he walked the streets down there. So, yeah, I mean, it's a lot. See, the longer you live, the more they got to write about you. The more they got to write about you. Lisa, you got your hand up, start to think. Affiliations with the Black Panther Party. There you are, Pinky. Look, see that?
Yeah. Yeah, because when she came to the UK a couple of years back for women's for the 8th of March, which is Women's Day, she was at the Elizabeth Hall. But first, I think we started out before we went over to Elizabeth Hall, we were at the is it the GLC headquarters? So it was Angela Davis and Diane and a few others was in there, and it was Ken Livingston. I think it was Lee Jaspers who actually had also invited me, but I went along with a project which was called Storm, and yeah, brought my book along because you see I've got her autobiography. She was blown away. She was like, "Oh my goodness me, where did you get this from?" I said, "Yeah, 27 years I've had that book for." So I got it signed from her, so I was really delighted.
Wow.
Wow, how about that? I mean, this woman has really got a life. Arrested, had a
she
trial.
has.
She was wanted. Angela Yvonne Davis with a mugshot.
Yeah.
Was,
That was the
on
American.
the FBI's most wanted person. On the FBI, she's one of the most wanted person.
Murder, kidnapping. Good Lord. God.
Don't forget, you know, she stood and sat with the best of, you know, Hugh P. Newton. Do you know what I mean? Those were all the major parts or major people of the Bobby Seale. She was with Bobby and all of them man there from the. So of course, particularly Bobby Seale.
Surprised they haven't made a movie about it.
Well, yeah, of course they have. Written a book, everything. I've even got my book here now.
A jury of
Signed
all
by
white
Bobby Seale
peers
himself. Yes.
found her not guilty.
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
Massive. Angela Davis was massive. You just got to go on the YouTube and just bring in Angela Davis and just bring in the Panther movement to see I mean.
The hairstyle says so
well,
much.
that's where we got it from. That's where we
afros
all
of the
got
day.
it from. Yeah, because that was our hairstyle, Afro.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Just amazing.
Yeah.
Leisha's got her hand up to say something.
I know. I called Leisha a long time. I'm not sure if she was stretching.
Yeah, there's some interesting thing about her. She did an ancestry program in the USA that I was watching a couple of days ago, and her ancestors, they can trace them back to a man called William Brewster. He came from the UK on a ship and he owned slaves.
Oh, wow.
He was a slave owner. She's got another ancestor who was a slave, enslaved, should I say, and that person took a slave owner to court. So it's interesting that she became a figure in this fight for equality and against injustice for Black people. So yeah, it's funny history and where you can come from, where you end up, and your legacy. So William Brewster, who was a slave owner, his legacy is this woman who is now fighting for freedom. So yeah, she's
the thing that's causing him to be remembered. One of his slaves. It's crazy. It's quite interesting. I mean, so much was done. Slavery's not that long ago.
That's right.
It was not that long ago. So when you got this nonsense that's going on in America right now, which is gone ballistic actually, with Trump and the people that he's got in the government, literally just turning the government upside down. People are genuinely scared because I think one of the guys says the country needs to be run by all white people. So people are genuinely afraid in America at this point with this kind of a government. What might they do to Black people? And you've given all your information to the likes of Twitter, Facebook, and all them people are standing behind Trump. They know more about you than you know about yourself. This is a crazy world. As you say, Liz, you never know where it can end up or why.
So that was the birthdays. So that was brilliant, and I'm glad that our members reflected on some of the people and they knew what they've done as well, which is good. By
the way, Grenada independence.
Yeah.
Who's the man that led the independence?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The most feared man of why they went down there in the first place, the Americans, to try and ambush them.
Yeah, in 1974, independence was granted, isn't it, under the leadership. Who knows who that guy was?
Bishop Morris.
Do you know what? Bishop Morris overthrew.
Right.
And became, established the People's Revolutionary Government. Look at me like I know.
Right. And that what frightened them. Wow, brilliant.
But in 1974, it was Eric Gary.
Eric Gary, okay.
Eric Gary, but so yeah, the People's Revolution. Do they still have that in Grenada now?
Well, they stood their ground, still got rid of the Americans. They're not in Grenada now, are they?
Invasion by the United States took place in 1983. See, history.
Yeah,
there we are.
Yeah, exactly.
you know, I can't imagine what America's doing with little grenades. It'll just be a launch pad to where I don't know. But anyway, there you are. They shows how they watch who you're doing business with. I think Grenada was doing business with Russia at the time, so Americans don't want Russia on their doorstep. Meanwhile, America is over there in Ukraine trying to get onto Putin's doorstep. I don't get it.
That ain't happening now, is it?
What is it not? Why not? Trump's there. You think Trump's gonna fix everything because he said he's gonna fix everything?
Well, let's see if the war will stop now, innit? Because they might be friends, innit?
That's what you call. Anyway, let's see. Let's juke up in there and let's.
Well, let's hope, you know, because that's what we want, innit? I mean, you know, the Holy Land. I mean, come on.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
you know, let's wait and see. I mean, he said a lot. When he talked about Israel and Gaza.
Well,
and how he wants to build
let's see that. We want it.
Whatever he wants to build over Gaza and whatnot. What are we going to do? We're just going to wait and see. You know, the people them already revolting. But I digress, Keith.
Yeah. Right. So what I want to also announce, which is the congratulation side of things. So, oh no, let's just back up a minute. There was one gentleman that the condolence side that I wanted to mention. There was a gentleman, I think some people may know him, some people might not know him. His name that he was born with was Irvin Lorenzo from Queens in New York, but he was famed he was one of the founding members for Murder Inc. label in America, the rapping Murder Inc.
Right.
And but they shortened his name. His nickname was Irv Gotti, and
Very familiar name.
Yeah, he sadly died at 54. You know, and he's the one that helped produce like Jay-Z, Kanye West, Ja Rule, Jennifer Lopez, Ashanti, and people like that. He just went on and on and on. The time for him to be well recognized was when he produced Jay-Z's album, his first album, his launch album, debut album,
Right.
which was phenomenal. Condolences goes to him and his family in America.
It begs the question: 54.
Yeah.
Ashanti, Ja Rule, and all of them. Irv Gotti, murdering.
Yeah.
Fat Joe, Mary J. Oh, Jay-Z's name's in there. Look.
Yeah.
There's a lot of controversy going around. Young man, you know. 54. Did they say what was
and
the
Hanson too?
Yeah.
I would agree. Did they say what?
But he does look a bit older than 54, doesn't he?
He's just got a little bit of grey. That's all.
No, he looks older. Even though he looked clean cut.
Yeah, that's 50.
Oh yeah. He it's not known, but he suffered, and oh dear, it may have been late stage or late found the illness. They're saying that they believe, well, they know that he found out that he had diabetes.
Right, diabetes.
He was battling with diabetes, and for some time. But also, they're saying that his cause of death is not known, but he did suffer a stroke. He did suffer a stroke last year, so it could be a combination of the two or the one. But it stems from ill health, I'm afraid. And he leaves behind, which is very sad, 3 children, you know.
Grown though, right? 50 must be grown.
Well, I'm hoping so. He's only 54, so depending when he started having children, you know. So regardless, it's a big shock to the family. Absolutely would be. At 54, that's no age, you know.
50 Cent's got some sort of dispute with, or had, But yeah, there you are. Oh man, life.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
then I also want to send condolences goes out, but this is a wider thing to the Sweden atrocity that happened in Sweden with the gunman shooting all those people. So in Sweden,
man, you've been listening to the news. What happened in Sweden? I don't know that.
well, some lone gunman went on a rampage and shot a load of people, killed them dead in the streets.
Yesterday, day
No,
before
it
yesterday,
was what was it?
13 hours ago.
Maybe Wednesday. Yeah, he just went berserk in the streets of Sweden and killed a load of people. But they believed that he also either killed himself or at the same time within that crowd. After he shot them, they believed that he died in that melee as well. By shooting, the perpetrator he must have shot himself, and then you know, so it's ridiculous, absolutely sad, and it was at a school.
A former student of the school.
Yeah, that's what they're
So
saying.
the school, wow, did they do him wrong?
Oh, you're never gonna know.
Lord.
Yeah,
There he
you're
is.
never gonna know. You're not gonna know yet.
What went on behind those eyes? Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So I just thought we'll just mention that before the next.
Now that's my point. You
Mm,
don't know if tomorrow you're going to be there because some
yeah,
idiot could go and sosa, and
yeah,
it's the end of you.
yeah.
It's the end of you. Um. So as we continue,
hmm
um.
Got the congrats to do afterwards.
So let me just say this. So yeah, let me just say this. As we continue on, you got more stuff. So we've done the condolences.
Yes.
And it just is always a reminder, you do what you need to do. Do it today, don't put off for tomorrow, because tomorrow is not
Promised. Yeah.
I mean, I've got a 54.
Yeah, 54.
Aaron, thank you.
Yeah, okay. So the next thing for the congratulations, as we all know, may not have seen it on the TV, but the Grammys was recent. You know, and there was a lot of a lot of information going out there to do with the Grammys, you know. So yeah, and who won and who coulda and shoulda and woulda, but
Grammys 2025.
yeah, but yeah. So the Grammys, I was pleased to hear and happy to hear and so on that Beyonce, not only Beyonce, but Beyonce won a Grammy for the best album, which was her country and western album, her country album, which we know that we actually spoke about this last year, late last year, when she didn't get nominated in the country and western sort of.
Sorry, can I interrupt you there, Smiley? It's not.
Of course you can.
It's country music, not country and western.
No, I said country first, and then I said country and western afterwards. Yes, so it's country music.
Yeah.
So regarding country music, it was the song "Cowboy Carter."
Yes.
And that was the one, a lot of controversy, which we had spoke about.
Yes.
Amazing. She won. And it comes off the backdrop of them not wanting to recognize her, period. And here she comes in with a huge winner, making history in that she is her first album of the year award. And she's the first Black woman to ever take home a golden gramophone in the best country album.
Excellent.
Not country and western, just country.
Yeah, best country. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, so she got recognized. So I was very pleased to hear that. Also, so did Kendrick Lamar. He walked away with about 5 Grammys for his albums and songs that he's done. And also
Kendrick, before you
Uh,
mention another name, Kendrick is at the, I believe, Super Bowl.
yes, that's right, Super Bowl. That's right.
This weekend is coming,
Yes,
isn't
that's correct. And he's doing, yes, that's right. Spot on. Spot on. Yeah. So he did very well on the night as well. So he was very happy and pleased that he got that.
Do you think that it's connected? Him being at the Super Bowl and winning 5 Grammys. I mean, it's a great promotion for the Super Bowl, isn't it? Do you think it's connected?
Possibly. Possibly. They did mention the Super Bowl, but I don't know what they were saying about it. But yeah.
Yeah. The Super Bowl, Beyonce normally does very often.
Yeah.
Who else has done it? What's the name? Mary J. I think she's done the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey's done the Super Bowl. Taylor Swift. I mean, you know, common people. I think if they win one of these, I think, then that means they're going to be the Super Bowl player, because for the Super Bowl, they want the best known or best recognized of the time.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, it's a classic because obviously it pushes him up. As if he's not far enough, it pushes him on a global stage, isn't it?
Yeah, very true, very true. And the other congratulatory one in there, but I think that it's a good thing that she got recognized as well, for her, what she's done in years in hip hop. And she probably didn't get her due respect coming forward up until now.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah, and that's Roxanne Shante, a renowned hip hop artist.
Amen.
She got awarded as well a Lifetime Achievement Award in the Grammys, and it's 40 years. After 40 years, you know, she was overlooked for what she contributed to the hip hop world. But
and
now
she
got recognized.
This year, 2025.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And she's only recently been awarded, I think it's $5 mil to backlog.
Yeah, she got 1 million. Yeah, she was.
No, it isn't 1 million. If you listen to the interview, I saw the interview with her, and it's actually, she was being interviewed, and she said, "Can I actually say?" And they said, "Yeah." She got 5 mil.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, life changing. She said it's been life changing for her. Yeah, so I thought that was wicked.
5 million.
Yeah, they gave her 5 mil. Yeah.
Who?
Who DJ Smiley's just mentioned.
No, for the Lifetime Achievement Award, she got awarded. I think what it is, you know, for old royalties and things like that. She's been overlooked, and people's been using her details and knew the music and that, and I think that they quoted that she's been overlooked for a number of years. She's been around with like Grandmaster and things like that, you know.
Wow. Let's have a sneak preview.
Yeah.
As some of those at the as they seem like it was a few people at once receive their Lifetime Achievement Awards, which now you say it was the Grammys 2025. I'm just going to make sure. Well, it does say it's Grammys 2025. So let's have a look at this and see and hear what they had to say real quick.
Brilliant.
On behalf of the Recording Academy, welcome to the 2025 Special Merit Awards.
So this weekend will not only be a celebration of the year in music, but it's also going to be an opportunity to use music and the platform for good. Also to raise money for those impacted and to celebrate our first responders and make sure we're paying tribute to this amazing city of Los Angeles.
Having been notified of this in November last year, my main objective has to remain alive until today. Most of all, my gratitude has to go to the incredible list of artists and musicians I've been fortunate enough to work with over the past 65 years.
What a wonderful day to thank somebody more than anything. Thank you, Academy, for selecting us as one of the ambassadors today for gospel music, as we call it. So to all of you who accepted what we did, what we are still doing, we give you Our special thanks and God's blessings to you.
The thing that I wanted to always people to understand is that in the old ancient way, it's the audience is a part of the performance. Me tell you no, you hear me now. For me, and if you want to know why it was about the blues was so deep in me. I had to do it. I had to do it.
When the Academy gave me that phone call and they said, we would love to give you the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Recording Academy.
Yeah.
I sat on my bed and I said, I finally achieved it. And I thank the Recording Academy for checking everything off my list. Thank you.
Music has been my heart.
That was Roxanne Shad's there having the final word as she received her. Well, notice that she had that on her list. I think all these people, when they become a bit famous, they get that vision board and they start drawing pictures and all the rest of it. And you know, that bucket list, they start marking that bad boy up.
Well, yeah, because it was it was everything for 40 years on the list that belonged to her, and you never acknowledged her because what? Women in hip hop. Come on.
I know. I mean,
and who gets more of the pie? The ones that can all end up in prison now.
It's a mess. Yeah. It's a mess. And,
it's a mess. Of course, it's a mess. And you see, those things happen because you see, long after what you do, it happens. You understand? If they were doing things the right way, and you give everybody a piece of the cake, you wouldn't have to, and end up the way that you've ended up, not in the good place. Because of greed and all the, it's not good. Not good, not good.
Liz, you got to hand up part of things.
Yeah, I was going to go back to some of the comments made about the award ceremony and Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
And why he's going to be doing a Super Bowl. One of the main things is that he's actually grown huge after his diss track to the one and only Drake. So he's Not Like Us diss track is being played everywhere. If anybody knows anything about that controversial diss track, then you understand.
When you say it's a diss track, he's dissing something about Jay-Z?
No, Drake.
Oh, about Drake, yes. This is something about Drake.
Drake is a Canadian rapper. And in the diss track, so they've been going back and forth, dissing each other. And there was one diss track that Drake did to Kendrick Lamar, which mentioned that Kendrick Lamar's wife had a child with somebody else.
Oh, that's a bit deep. You don't go after people's wives.
Well, this is what happens in rap. You just go back and forth. And then he went too far, and then Kendrick Lamar did a diss track and basically exposed him and his friends as PDF files.
Right.
Yeah. So that what's happened to Drake, and the music that his tune, which everybody's been singing for ages, it's meant that Drake has been hidden away since that happened back last year. But he's garnered a lot of supporters in hip hop, and he does a really good performance as well.
Wow.
Also, Beyonce, I think that's her first one. That's her first Grammy she's won. So she was blown away, but I think she knew it was going to come. Absolutely, she knew it was going to come.
Well, with Beyonce, we always think that she knew. But let's have a look. Kendrick Lamar, who you were just ranting about, rightly so. What's this about?
22 awards.
He's won
22 Grammys.
And I'm so old, I don't even know what Not Like Us is. It's embarrassing.
22, he's up there now. 22 Grammys, he's up there.
Right? So he wins rap performance for Not Like Us, and here's his 25 Grammys accepted.
22.
But go on.
22 what?
Grammys.
No, his 2025 Grammys acceptance speech.
Wow.
I mean, that's not.
What I would like to say, man, Kendrick Lamar, man,
Who's that?
one of the greatest artists of all time, and especially being from the West
not-
Coast.
Oh,
And
who's
he
that?
performed his ass off on that song, didn't he?
That's not Kendrick Lamar.
No.
Shout out to PG Lane, God, 10 Summers, my whole team, Kendrick Lamar, everybody at TDE, and God. Thank you to Recording Academy too.
Is he taking it on behalf of Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah, I think he's taking it on behalf. Kendrick Lamar don't look like he was there at the time, unless that's another track that he was a producer on.
Well,
I'm not sure if Kendrick Lamar was.
Yes, he was. He was there to pick up how many Grammys?
He was there.
Somebody was taking it for him.
Yeah,
But that was not him.
No, it wasn't.
No, that wasn't him. But someone picked it up on his behalf because he was holding loads of them. But I don't know if that was on the night or that's just a show at another place. There's a photograph of him with a load of Grammys in his hands.
Yeah.
The person brought them all for him. It seemed like the guy here wins best music video, and the same young man is coming up to
collect it on his behalf. Yeah.
Jamie. I don't know, Jamie, wow. It's my girl, Jamie. You know what I'm saying? Man, that video, man, incredible, man. Again, Kendrick Lamar, PG Lane, Dave Free, all my team, Jamie. Man, it's just been really, really good. We appreciate it. Thank you to Recording Academy, God, of course.
From all of us at PG Lane, thank you to the Recording Academy.
Let's get it. 3.
That's the third one. Yeah.
Them up.
Yeah, he said that's the third one.
Yeah. Oh, so that's just amazing. An amazing night for Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. So we thought we'll big that up. The other congratulatory one I want to do before we move on is going out to one of the UK's legends that sadly got murdered.
You don't even have to mention it. Let's just go straight to what.
I just think with him, he done so much for the culture that he was singing, and hence his name, Smiley Culture. They're actually going to put up a plaque. They're going to unveil a plaque in his name.
Big up.
Yeah, and
Union Jack does it again.
Police officer, now give me producer.
Now give me producer.
You them would know what it is. You tell them about producer, what that?
Yeah. So so they're fine. Well, I say finally, they are putting up a plaque in his honor.
Interestingly, have they given a date? Because sometimes they give you the date.
They have got a date here. They have got a date. And for the listeners as well, it's quite important. I would say as many listeners and our own members here listening to us live now, see if we can make it there. I'll say it slowly as possible. It's going to be at the Temple Court, and that's at Lansdowne Green Estate. So it's Lansdowne Green Estate, which is Wandsworth Road.
Yes.
So it's going to be in the Wandsworth side of town, Southwest 8.
Southwest London.
There you go. Big
the postcode is, yep, 1 minute. Let me just get this postcode out so people can take it in and get there, which is Southwest 8. So that's SW8 2BD. 2BD. So that should take you to Temple Court, Lansdowne Green Estate, which is on Wandsworth Road, Southwest 8 2BD. And it's coming up very soon, actually, in a few days' time, which is the 10th of February, 2025. So 10th of February, 2025 at 1 p.m. So that is a plaque. 10th of February at 1 p.m.
That's this weekend. Today's the 7th.
That's correct. It's Monday. It's going to be Monday. Monday, the 10th of February. So
Monday, the 10th of February. Smiley Culture, the man himself.
Yep.
Yep.
He'll be getting a plaque on a building, I guess, where he lived.
Yes, yes.
Wandsworth Road. Put that in the sat nav. On the 10th of February.
Yeah.
Now that's the thing, though, isn't it?
And you know,
my lord. You know, Smiley. It's been a few years since his passing, but the memory of him lives on.
Yeah,
it's absolutely. He was the one that crossed it all over. He was the beginning of a lot of the music coming in and being in the UK. You know, and a lot of people don't know that Smiley comes from, but Smiley came from Wandsworth, which is Wandsworth. That is Wandsworth. Wandsworth Road is Wandsworth. Because he was always, his favourite spot always used to be over West London, Shepherd's Bush. You know what I mean? Him, Maxi Priest, all of them. We all used to be down at the house with Tipper Irie. And everybody
when we were young. Yeah, back in the day.
We were young then. We were young. We were young, and they were flinging lyrics.
Had time.
And they were flinging lyrics with Maxi and everybody. Boy.
Leisha's got her hand up as well.
Sorry,
Leisha,
I had to get that
she's
bit
not
in.
stretching. Type the things, Leisha.
I'm excited that they're doing that. Well done, Union Jack. Well done, Union Jack. Love him to the max.
Let's just before Leisha come in, it's Nubian Jack. So let's just make sure listeners get it right.
It's Nubian Jack, of course.
Yeah,
but I like to say the Union Jack because it's in UK.
Yeah, I know. But it's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Nubian, yes, because it's us as black people. Yes.
Big up.
Nubian Jack. Big up.
Yeah.
Leisha, she gone. Leisha disappear.
I'll say that when Smiley Culture came out, I was but a young child. I was. And so too was my late brother, who was also a young child. We loved him when he came out on the TV, loved all his lyrics, loved him. But I have family who know him also, or knew of him in the day. Yeah. When my mum was with her second partner after my stepdad, he knew him and his family as well. So yeah, it's a very small world in the West London, South London area. And you know what? The kids absolutely loved him. It was so nice to see the British reggae genre cross over into pop music.
Yeah.
And all the kids in the playground singing this song. And actually, if you watch the video, people who's listening, if you go and Google it, you'll see it was so nice, cartoony. It was nice, lively. There was no aggressiveness in any of these lyrics. It was just fun and just,
fun and joke.
Clean lyrics, man.
It was also a black man experience of what they went through on the road, just walking the road or driving their car and being pulled over and said, yeah, what's your name? My name's Smiley.
Yeah. Can I have your autograph? And that was true.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
That's what happened.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, he said that was true.
Yeah,
they did.
It was.
Yeah.
Hold on now, guys. We're gonna go to break, and I want to get a piece of Smiley in the break. So I'm gonna play this one. See if you don't know. See if you can sing along to this bad boy, right? Smiley Culture. There we go.
Coffee transfer.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's I, Smiley Culture, with the mic in my hand. Me come to teach you right, Anna. Not the wrong in the Cockney translation. Written is not a language, it is only a slang, and was originated, so in England. The first place it was used was over East London. It was respect for the different style pronunciation, but it wasn't really used by any man. This is strictly con man, also the villain, but you may pull up of lyrics and education. Right, you know you are gonna get a little translation. Cockney have names like Terry Arthur and Del Boy. We have names like Winston, Lloyd and Leroy. We ball out, yo, while Cockney say, oi. What Cockney call a jacks, we call a blue boy. Say Cockney have mates while we have spar. Say Cockney live in a drum while we live in a yard. Say we get nyam while Cockney get captured. Say Cockney say governor with a big boat, yeah. In the Cockney translation, in the Cockney translation. Well, watch a man the translation of Cockney to understand.